Welcome to my 2021 review. I know I'm a bit late on this as well, and I think specifically the sole reason why I wanted to do this is because, I don't want to leave anything undocumented now. I think that's one of my biggest resolutions, at least for the year, okay, is that, just to document a little bit more. Okay, to just understand and to figure out the small intricacies and the small stories that are happening around the startup that we're building at the moment, and to just document it. Firstly, if you've never heard of me, my name is Karan Karamchandani. I run a startup called Scales. It's a performance marketing agency, and currently we're working with about 30 active brands, 30 to 40 active brands, running their ad campaigns, their media management, their creative strategy, all that sort of stuff to improve their ROI. And I've made some false promises in the past before about going ahead and starting to post content a little bit more religiously, a little bit more consistently, and I've always fallen short simply because of one reason, actually two, I would say. Number one is that I always felt like there were not many stories or not much experience that I personally had to actually talk about something, about how should someone do something. And number two is that there was a lot of friction in the space. There was a lot of friction, there was a lot of perfectionism that needed to be there. And thankfully I think I've solved those two problems for now, at least. Okay, number one is that 2021 was a very, very, very fruitful year. I think it was one of the best years for Scales. We grew from a 3-person team to a 23-person team. We've managed more than 50 brands worth of content, ads, tech, all these types of mandates, impacted thousands through the content, no matter how inconsistent it may be, but we've still impacted thousands. We've built some crazy tech to improve our ad results, our planning, our analysis, and we've managed an annual spend of about 12, 13, maybe 14 crores, during 2021. So all of this was pretty interesting. It was pretty exciting. And personally, I think I am now at a point wherein I can actually provide some value. Previously I could definitely, but I think now there's a lot more experiences, a lot more team members, a lot more case studies, a lot more stories that, I can actually talk about that might be valuable, and personally I feel like this is just the start, and this is one of my resolutions. I normally don't do that many resolutions, but I feel like this year this was something very important, because one of the most 2021 was a very, very fruitful year, but one of the major regrets I have from this year is that I didn't actually document it. And it was a crazy year and I have nothing documented from it. So the goal for 2022 as such is obviously to deliver even better customer results, is to build even better tech, even more tech, build an even bigger team, and a little bit more important is to document the entire journey a bit more, is to be a little bit more consistent. Again, that's what I'm going to be talking about over here, is that I'm not going to make some false promise that we're going to be posting this much and all of that, because I've done that in the past and never followed up on it. But personally I think that was again because of those two reasons. But we've solved problem number one, okay, which is that we didn't have enough of experience. Now we've got that sorted. Now comes problem number two, which is the friction. The friction and the perfectionism. Again, now to solve friction, I've gone ahead and connected my camera right in front of my monitor, right on top of my monitor. I've got just a very simple lighting kit just pointing, to the wall and bouncing off. So it's a very simple setup. I need to press 2 buttons and just start talking. And I mean, literally just 2 buttons and just start talking. So I feel like that has really reduced the friction as such. Again, I think now, the quality of videos might drop. I'm not too sure. We'll just see, after a couple of videos. But essentially the whole goal is just to document the raw reality of it. It's not going to be perfectionism. It's just the raw reality. And we'll see exactly how you like it. We'll see exactly what the feedback is. The goal is that at the end of this year, if we have the entire journey documented, and even if it helps 5 people, understand exactly what we're doing and take a little bit of a reference point and model the same thing for themselves to get results, I think it would be worth it. So that's the entire goal, and let's see exactly how consistent I am. And that's the entire 2022 plan. So very simple, very straightforward, very quick. If you've stayed on till here, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.